So I come from a background of sexual abuse. My uncle abused me, my best friend raped me, and then my first boyfriend also sexually abused me, and my brother. So there's a lot of history with that, so we've had a lot of issues with sex within our marriage and just not being able to do that without feeling fear and just getting triggered, and me totally just, we got to a point about a year ago where I just didn't want to have sex at all. I didn't want anything to do with it, and I actually couldn't without going into like really gnarly panic attacks and stuff. And had a lot of communication issues. I don't know if you want to talk on that.
So, I'm a pastor, even though I don't look like one, I'm a pastor. And her grandma, what I call my grandma too, said, "What do you want out of this?" And I was like, well, we are either going to get divorced or we're going to get together, or we're going to stay together after this because our communication sucks. And we have an amazing relationship. I'm talking about, we got together, the Holy Spirit blew our lives up with encounters. But anyways, it was so bad, and we would just argue about, she'd be saying pink, I'd be saying pink, and we both thought we were seeing black and blue, and there was just no understanding with communication.
So last night with the sex challenge, I was super triggered as soon as I knew it was sex day. Like I could just feel it. We went through all of our stuff, and we felt like we were just supposed to lay naked and cuddle. So that's what we did. And for the first time, I realized that I needed Holy Spirit within my sex life, because that's always absolutely grossed me out and disgusted me. Like, how would God want to be a part of that? Like, that's weird. And so during it, for the first time, God was like, I want you to do this. So then I would start to get triggered and get scared, and I would be like, Holy Spirit, is this safe? And then instantly, it would feel the best it had ever felt. And he said to me, isn't it so good to have me a part of this? And then we ended up getting triggered. Some issues happened because we both felt like we heard God say something, and then we felt dumb because it was different, blah, blah, blah. So normally, especially within sex, we just completely disconnect. We're like, screw you, bye. And for the very first time ever in our marriage, we were able to reconnect and then finish happy. But what was funny is we did actually 1, 2, 3 skidoo, and it was super awkward. I pulled out my book and I felt really dumb, but I did it. And when he asked, like, what do you have for me in return, he's like, I don't want to say this, it's so stupid. And I was like, well, what is it? He's like, I heard a boner. So I felt like God had told me to do some stuff, but also speak words of affirmation over him while I did it. And for the first time, we were able to connect during sex, even after being triggered, and invite Holy Spirit in. So.
Wow. Just one last thing on that. I was getting hit so bad all of yesterday because we had not been having sex for quite a while, and so the enemy really attacked me with just being able to be intimate with my wife. And so just listening to everything, I was just like, instead of feeling encouraged, I was like totally getting pulled out of it. So this whole day I was getting hit. This whole day I was trying to like stay here, but it was really hard. And then the one thing that normally separates us was getting in that argument, and it was like God was like, hey, I'm actually setting you up so you can have the tools that you guys need. And instead of just having the tools, it was like he was validating, like, no, you're going to start to use it. So us actually going and using it was like exactly what I was wanting. Exactly what we were wanting was the tools to battle those things when we leave this.
Yes.